Mindful Mother. I wanted to talk to you today about something that is crucial if you suffer from an illness that could potentially come back, that you've had and that could come back, or perhaps a disease or something that you have that maybe has periods of remission and periods of flare-up. Things that, come and go and come and go. Now, if you have either of those, do you ever find yourself thinking in the past? So where do you put your focus every day? Where do you put your focus? If you ever find yourself saying, I hope I'll be able to do that, then you're still living with past fear and past doubt. So, for example, if someone said, oh, it'd be so good, should we go camping in the summer? But you're wondering, am I going to be well enough to do that? I hope I'm going to be well enough to do that. By just that thought, you are still doubting. You're doubting whether you're going to be well enough to do that thing in the future. So you're actually still living in the past. Now, that means your body is conditioned to believe that it's still in the past. You've not got beyond it. The fear is still there, and your body's going to think that you still have the disease or that you still have the illness. So when those thoughts come into your head, when those thoughts of, oh, I hope I'm going to be able to do that, or am I going to be able to do that? You just need to become aware of when that happens and interrupt it and go into the present moment and to realise and stop yourself going back to the past and just say, why would it come back? Why would it go? Why wouldn't I be well enough to do that? You need to become a new person. You need to become somebody who doesn't have the disease if you want to heal from the disease. If you're still thinking within the framework that you're someone with this disease or you're someone who could have this illness come back, then that's exactly how you're thinking and feeling, and your body is believing it's going to come back. So if you have periods of remission and then you have some symptoms, you probably will find your thought process will go into, oh no, is this going to happen again? Oh no, I've got a few symptoms, I think it's going to get worse. And you start to go down into that negative thought process. And then of course it's much more likely to happen. It's much more likely that you will get the symptoms you've talked about. Much more likely, because you're still living in the past, your body still believes you're in that situation, but it's just the past. So there might have been something that had happened in your past, and then you start to have a few niggles, and then you start worrying, oh no, what if it comes back in that same way? But can you see you're living in the past? So you need to interrupt that thought process. You need to stop yourself. And again, like I said, come back to the present moment and then vision your future without those fears and without those doubts. So if you catch yourself thinking or feeling within the framework of who you used to be, then you've just got to stop yourself. There's no reason why it would come back the same as before. There's no reason it will come back even. But the more you think or fear that it will come back, the more likely it is to come back. Now, I know this isn't easy. It isn't easy work at all. Of course, the moment you get a niggle, the moment you get a symptom that was related to the disease you have, potentially if you're in remission and flare up, or the illness that you had in the past, you will go into that response of survival mode of, oh my gosh, fear will set in. Absolutely, but it doesn't need to. It doesn't need to. You can stop it. You can stop it by becoming aware of it, by becoming aware of what you're thinking. And if you can do that, you will stop the process and your body will have a chance to heal and you will feel like a new person. Now, if you feel like a new person, you are a new person and your body will respond to that. Your body will believe it's a new person. It will respond to your thoughts. So if you're thinking in the past, if you're still living in that fear of what's happened to you in the past, your body will respond to that. If you're thinking and feeling like a new person, your body will respond to that. So it's really, really important to put your focus and your attention on what you want to be, who you want to be, how you want to feel, rather than worrying about what might happen. Because of course there's no reason why it will at all. It's just what might. And then the other thing alongside this is try really hard not to read things about your disease, your illness, because what you'll find is there will be studies that have been done, and in those studies it will say for most people this happens, but the emphasis has to go on most. For most people. Yet of course as soon as you read it you think, oh my gosh, what if that happens? And you've got the fear, you're living in that fear, your body is responding to that fear, your body is responding to what you just read. So you begin to think you can't do it on your own, you begin to think you need help from something external, which isn't true because what you've just read has put you in that mode of survival. So you need to say that isn't going to be true for me. For most people, it could get worse if you do this. For most people, they need medication. For most people, do you know what? I'm not one of those most people. And they don't need to be. The people that it's happened to in the studies don't need to be one of those most people either. They were just simply probably the people who hadn't managed to overcome those fears, hadn't managed to get back into balance with their body. And that's what you've got to remember, is absolutely, it's very, very important to be aware of what you have, to admit what you have. If you don't and you're in denial, you're not really dealing with it. You must accept that you have this diagnosis. You must accept that you have this illness or disease, but then use it, remember, to grow and to move forward, and use it as an opportunity to get back into balance. It's just a sign that you're out of balance. And then if you can ignore and not worry about what all these studies say about what happens to other people, and just focus upon yourself and your body, focus upon the present moment and what you want the future to be, not the predictable future of what you think might happen or what is going to happen, but just what you want to happen. You create your future. If you can do that, then you're much more likely to heal all by yourself. You're much more likely to heal your body without the need for medication. So don't self-sabotage, guys. Don't let that fear creep in. Just feel it. When it happens, become aware of it. Know it's happening to you. Know what's happening in your thoughts, and then you can interrupt them and you can say, no, I am not going to live in the past. I am not going to be that old person. I am now a new person. I'm going to bring myself back to what is really happening. And if you have any symptoms, what is really happening in your body right now. But don't focus on the negative aspect of them. Just simply send love to your body. Send love out into the world. Feel the love, because when you feel the love, you're healing. You're healing right there in the moment. It's the most powerful form of healing. Sending so much love to all of you. I really hope this helps you. It certainly helps me. It really helps me. Just become aware of your thought process. Become aware when you're beginning to feel fear about what might happen. And then if you become aware, then you can change it. And when you change it, then you're changing it for the better into a positive thought process, which is going to really, really help you heal, guys. So please subscribe to my channel, and I'm sending so much love. Bye-bye, guys.